This is the Morning Shower.
Brought to you by Late Night Hump.
Let the news wash over you.
With Jordan Freed,
Brendan O'Brien,
and Reena Ezra.
These are your ShowerHead Lines.
The record-breaking cold and winter weather has shuttered blood drives across several states and placed an increased strain on the national shortage of blood products, forcing the main medical center in Portland to reschedule surgeries. Fortunately, vampires have moved out of state.
3 rare giraffes were electrocuted to death when they walked into low-hanging power lines within a conservation area in western Kenya. They must have missed the sign that said, "You must be this short to walk through Kenya."
Swedish furniture company IKEA partnered with media company Vox Creative and Wisconsin-based tiny home and RV builder Escape to design 187 square foot dwellings. That's right, an IKEA tiny home. I must buy one of these because this is the only way I won't get lost in an IKEA. This is my chance to redeem myself.
After 139 years at 807 Franklin Street in San Francisco, a 2-story Victorian house has a new address. The green home with large windows and a brown front door was loaded onto giant dollies and moved Sunday to a location 6 blocks away. Onlookers lined the sidewalks to snap photos as the structure rolled at a top speed of 1 mile per hour to 635 Fulton Street. The owner of the 6-bedroom house, San Francisco broker Tim Brown, will pay about $400,000 in fees and moving costs, the Chronicle said. For that price, I would have just bought a new house.
News broke yesterday that another iconic Simpsons character has been recast in the name of racial accuracy. Prolific voice performer Kevin Michael Richardson will be taking over the role of Dr. Hibbert from Harry Shearer, who is white, as of the February 28th episode. It seems that from here on out there will be no animation without racial representation.
It's my girl, Gwyneth Paltrow, stirring up trouble again. She's given us bizarre diet tips, a vagina-scented candle, and now this. Gwyneth claims to have single-handedly started the face mask trend amid the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. People on Twitter are not having it. She was praised for sharing a selfie wearing a mask back in February 2020. The remark prompted Gwyneth to insinuate that moment was the starting point of mask popularity. Paltrow said, quote, "This is a familiar pattern in my life. I do something early, everyone is like, what is she doing? She's insane. And then it's adopted by the culture." End quote. Oh, you sweet lack of self-awareness. This is something that has been practiced in Asian countries for decades. Honey, you need to rein in your wealth-induced craziness and stop exploiting the pandemic. What's next? Are you going to tell us one of the O's in Goop stands for oxygen, which is something you also created? When Gwyneth started breathing, it became a trend, and then everyone started breathing.
One of the world's better-known fans of mystery novels, Hillary Rodham Clinton, is now writing one. Clinton is teaming up with her friend, the novelist Louise Penny, on State of Terror, which has a plot that might occur to someone of Clinton's background. A novice Secretary of State, working in the administration of a rival politician, tries to solve a wave of terrorist attacks. This will be the second of Clinton's mystery novels, the first being What Happened.
A southern Arizona man is accused of faking his own kidnapping to get a day off from work. Brandon Souls was found with his hands tied and a bandana stuffed in his mouth, and he told cops that a pair of masked men assaulted him, drove him to a water tower in Coolidge, Arizona, then left him there. The details of the story will be repurposed for a thrilling sequel to the film Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
A man who was expecting his first child was killed on Sunday, and his brother was injured when a device they were preparing for a gender reveal party exploded in a garage in the Catskills in New York, the authorities said. The tragic accident signaled to the family that the child does not identify with either gender. More than 3 years after he took office with hopes of legalizing marijuana in 100 days, Governor Phil Murphy signed 3 bills that together launch a marijuana industry in New Jersey and put an end to thousands of arrests. It will not put an end to your mom commenting that you smell like pot. 4 boys fell through the ice while walking on a frozen Gloucester County pond on Sunday, but escaped without serious injury, authorities said. 5 boys ages 10 to 15 were making their way across the frozen surface of the pond off Quail Hollow Road in Washington Township around 5 p.m. when the ice gave way and the 4 ended up in the frigid water, police said in a statement. With some help from neighbors, the boys made their way out of the pond by the time police, firefighters, and emergency workers arrived. The boys were not necessarily friends before the event, so falling through was a good icebreaker. Officials on Monday said it could take days to stop a leak that sent raw sewage flowing into the streets of an Atlantic County, New Jersey community. Residents are just grateful that it wasn't cooked sewage. Tens of thousands of New Jersey unemployment claimants are answering a federally mandated question wrong every week, holding up their own claim, the Labor Department said. The question was, are you employed? The wife of Mexican drug kingpin Joaquin El Chapo Guzman was arrested in the United States and accused of helping her husband run his multi-billion-dollar cartel and plot his audacious escape from a Mexican prison in 2015. That's commitment. The only escape my girlfriends have ever helped with is from our relationship.
Thank you for showering with us.
Lather, rinse, repeat every day before noon.
Scrub-a-dub-dub at latenighthump.com.